she helped me address that behavior without any like excessive or harsh, you know, techniques or anything like that. It was very light-handed, and by the end of it, she was looking much better. But in her demeanor, she's still like very nervous. The thing is, my dog's issues run extremely deep. I found out recently that she's been attacked by multiple dogs. Well, sorry, she's been attacked by the same dog multiple times. Well, I mean, at least twice. So she screwed up from that. But the good news is I've talked to one of her siblings, and according to her, none of the other siblings are like that. So this is not a genetic predisposition, but it has to do with something happened to her. In other words, my dog's not fucked because she's fucked. She's fucked because fucked up shit has happened to her. Okay? So she wasn't born bad. So according to my trainer, this behavioral problem takes a lot of experience to address properly and deal with. And I, of course, do not have that experience or sophistication. And in his own words, he said that the people who sold me this dog are scumbags. So, she is. I have wanted to blow my freaking brains out. Not literally, of course. Dealing with this dog's bad behavior. It's a lot. I've gotten her to the point where I can get her to be more or less neutral around bikes, around people. In her demeanor, it's like, okay, I feel uncomfortable by this thing, but I'm not allowed to act like an asshole, so I'm not going to do it. There's some nervousness there, but overall she's okay. But with dogs, it's like even though a lot of the time she doesn't explode anymore, you can still see in her demeanor that she wants me to do it. And in my opinion, I don't give a fuck if the dog's not exhibiting the behavior. If the dog is clearly showing in the demeanor that they're like really struggling not to explode, then that behavior is eventually going to come back with a vengeance. So I need to address it properly. I wanted to thank Krohn, my trainer, for helping me. He's really helped me. He's the only trainer I've had that has really fully appreciated the severity of this dog's issues, and he hasn't immediately shit on me as an irresponsible owner or an irresponsible handler. According to him in his own words, I've been dealt a really shitty hand, and I quote, have a shitload of work to do, which, I don't mind work, you see. I don't mind work. It's when there's my dog's just acting like an asshole and I have no solution to eventually deal with the problem. And this might seem strange, but dogs that are filled with this amount of anxiety, they need an outlet for their pent-up stress. Okay? And that's why I decided to buy something called Chase and Catch by Ivan Balabanov. It's a video where he teaches dogs how to play fetch. He calls it Chase and Catch, but there's much more sophistication and nuance to it. The way he does it is much more unique than other trainers. Ivan Balabanov's approach to training is very unique, shall we say. He doesn't fit in with the old school yank and crank. He doesn't fit in with the force-free positive only trainers, but he also doesn't really fit in with a lot of the balanced trainers either. His style of training is very, very, very unique, and there's a lot of nuances. And buying this video, even though it was expensive as fuck, it was over $200 in Canadian dollars. It's expedited the process. And listen, if you can get your dog who wants to explode around other dogs to play and chase a ball and have fun, you will get a lot further than the motherfuckers with their clickers and with their food who are just trying to solve problems by shoving food in the dog's face. And that's where, like, I don't know, out of all the trainers' approaches that I agree with the most, it seems Ivan Balabanov's approach matches up most closely with my ethics, with my views of how training should be done. And tomorrow, what I'm basically going to be doing is I'm going to be running over to a football field on a 50-foot line. And I'm going to be kicking around this, like, kind of soccer ball dog toy thingy for her to, well, chase and catch. I'm going to see if I can build up that drive to play, because I'm hoping if I can build it up on the long line, then maybe I'll be able to get her to play on when she's on leash. So, for example, when another dog is around, instead of exploding, I can play a game of tug with her, or rather, a small game of chase and catch. Just kind of kick the ball around a bit and let her chase it. But we'll see. I still have a very long way to go as a handler. But I think with my extremely high amount of willpower, I can get there. I'm not I honestly think that this dog has made me look like a shittier handler than I actually am. And I'm not saying that I don't have a lot to learn, but like the people who say there's no such thing as a bad dog, only a bad owner, ignore the fact that sometimes people get extremely damaged dogs that require shitloads of knowledge and expertise to properly rehabilitate. And it's a really, like, shitty thing to say. And sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes really shitty, irresponsible owners don't have problems with their dog because their dog's a genetic godsend. And I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the expertise like myself, but the person I'm training with does. And I also don't have but I also have an extremely high willpower. I will turn this dog around. It's only a matter of time. I'm hoping maybe by next year this dog will be more or less okay. Or at least manageable. I don't know, fam. Thanks for watching.